Peek. Hey, y'all, it's me, Marty. You love it when I do that, I know. I know you do. Some of you do. Anywho, welcome to another video. Thought I'd do a quick little one here in my shop here. It is, what is it, Tuesday night, August 20th, 2024. Yeah. I thought I'd do a quick one. I've been wanting to do this for a little while. So, a couple of weeks ago, or no, probably a month ago, I did a video in my study, my little hobby room in the house, just showing you some of my outdoor books. You know, just, you know, fiction and nonfiction, just things about the outdoors. That's kind of my big hobby. My second biggest, or tied, or probably, it was always my first hobby, is woodworking. And it's kind of second place now. They're kind of pretty much tied as my two main hobbies, really. I really enjoy woodworking. And I started thinking, I have a lot of woodworking books too. And I thought it might be fine just to show you some of the ones I have, give you some ideas and stuff. So I have a pile here of books and magazines. I'm just going to quickly go through them. I'm not going to, you know, go too much in detail, but you can look them up if you want. And just to give, you know, just to show you that there's some neat reading material out there for woodworkers. And, you know, and they talk about different things, and there's plans and there's patterns and stuff. And that's not the only place you can get stuff like this. You can go online and get stuff too. And, yeah, there's all different kinds of creative ways you can get plans and patterns and ideas, and you can make up your own, obviously. Whew, it's warm. Yeah, it's still summer, but fall is just around the corner. Anywho, okay, I'm just going to go through it. They're not in any specific order. I think I have my favorite books toward the bottom and my favorite magazines toward the bottom, so I'm just showing you some of the other ones. And it's just a lot of random things, so let's go. Let's make this a short video. Box making basics. And you know, the thing about a lot of these books, I haven't made most of the things in the books. But they're neat to look at, and I get ideas, and I might make one thing, or someday I'll go back and make another thing. All different kinds of really unique boxes. You know, I mean, you can just make a regular pine box on the miter saw or something, but you can be really creative too. I'm just going to drop them on the floor here, because I don't have an assistant here to take them or anything. I'd ask my wife, but she's in the house taking a nap. Anyway, kids' play places. I actually built one of these, and I don't think I even used a plan. I just bought a whole bunch of wood and did it, and I just kind of went crazy on it. There's actually some really cool things in here. But yeah, different things you can make for your kids, you know, place to play. Whether it's a swing set or a clubhouse or different things, it's kind of neat. A lot of these are collecting dust. Woodworking projects, #1. Project from Hands-On Magazine. 60 patterns and plans, all different kinds of neat things. You know what's really cool too is to find older books and magazines, because there's all kinds of neat things out there that people haven't made for a long time. You know, there's always new books and new magazines, but look for the older ones. Look at thrift stores, look at garage sales, you know, and you can find really cool books and magazines of patterns that people haven't made for a long time. This one has some older ones in it. Kind of a neat book. What do we got here? Simply Beautiful Boxes, Making Jewelry, Art, and Heirloom Boxes. Very neat ones. I mean, some of these are just master craftsmanship. I don't make these kind of things. I just make weird little boxes. But, I mean, there's some really cool things. I mean, if you really have some good tools and you have some talent, I mean, you can make some really cool things. I mean, yeah, very cool. Great 2x4 accessories for your home. Making candlesticks, coat racks, mirrors, footstools, and more. All kinds of cool stuff. I like the idea of making farm furniture, and I was going to kind of get into that at one time, but, you know, just making everything out of 2x4s and painting it and maybe leaving the top board of the table natural, those kind of things. But lots of cool things, lots of cool ideas. That's the thing. You can do 2x4s, 1x4s, regular pine boards, and you can make some really cool. I know, Rudolph is always staring at me there. Hey, Rudy, how's it going? Yeah, you got a really red nose there. Yeah, it's not blinking like it did in the show, but, I mean, still, he's there. He's always kind of looking at me. Anywho, and I got some unique books. Making Marble Action Games, Gadgets, Mazes, and Contraptions. Designs for 10 outlandish, ingenious, and intricate woodworking projects. Wow, that's a title. Look at that, though. I've never made any of these things, but they're fun to look at, and it'd be fun to try. I think I tried to do a simple one time, just having I routed a line in a board, and the marble actually rolled down the line, you know, but pretty detailed here, but just fun stuff. That's the neat thing about woodworking. There's so much you can do. Speaking of so much you can do, American Woodworkers, Woodworking with the Router. Professional router techniques and jigs any woodworker can use. I've never done anything in this book. I have a router. Actually, I have like 3 routers now, and this all I do is round over the edges. I used to carve signs, and I don't even do that anymore because I got to get a new rigid palm router. But there's so much you can do with a router. I have tons of bits and jigs and all kinds of stuff. Look at that big, huge book. There's all kinds of different things you can do with a router. Tons of cool things. I haven't done anything. Someday maybe, but lots of ideas there. Routers are one of the coolest tools. All right, it's just unique books. The Wood Stash Project book. A lot of cool ideas to do with all those little pieces. Not scrap. There is no scrap in woodworking. Every little piece can be made into something cool. Cool, huh? Oh, by the way, I have 4 patterns for my little bottle opener things now. So, yeah, I'm going to be making some of them. I'll show you them in just a second. But, yeah, look at even all those little cutoffs, not scrap. All those little cutoffs you have. Look at the cool things you can make. Tons of stuff in here. Oh, such cool things. Some of it's scroll sign, some of it is carving. Sometimes you just need a handsaw. Really cool things. The best birdhouses for your backyard. Look at that. They even have, I think they have 13 birdhouses and feeders projects. Included plans for a butterfly and a bat house. You can make a bat house. Yeah, get Batman to come around. Yeah, birdhouses and butterfly houses and bat houses and everything. All different kinds. I've made some birdhouses and feet. Why am I talking so fast? I can see in the morning if I had a lot of coffee, but boy, I'm just like, wing. Well, it's almost dinner time and I got to go and cook, so I'm going to get this done. Anywho, I made some basic ones, but there's some really cool ones in here. And there's different ones for different kinds of birds. And thing to remember, the little hole where they go in, that has to be a certain size. Otherwise, the predators will go in there and they'll get the little birds. And so, yeah, you got to make them right. Cool birdhouse book. This is one of my favorite ones. Some of these are just fun to look at. This is one of them. 400 wooden boxes. The fine art of containment and concealment. I mean, I'm not going to do this with all the books, but look at, I mean, amazing things. Just incredible artwork. They're not just boxes. This is artwork. I mean, you can stop and screenshot any of these if you want. Whee! Amazing. This is fun to look at. Full color pictures and just look at them like, how would you even begin to make that? It's so cool. Actually, I'm going to bring that in. That's a neat one to have on the coffee table just to look at. It's fun. Okay, now we're into scroll saw books. Scroll sign is my main tool and my favorite tool. And I've done a lot of things on the scroll saws. The last 30 years, over 30 years, I've been scrolling. Christmas scroll saw, patterns and designs. Wonderful Christmas patterns in here. All kinds of ornaments and useful items and wall hangings and desk art and everything. That's the thing too. This isn't all of my collection. I've given away a bunch of books, especially my scroll saw books. I helped a few different people get into scroll sign and woodworking, so I kind of passed those on. So I have so many. Plus I have copies of everything in all the books pretty much, and binders, and I got stacks of patterns, and I have a million patterns, and people have given me patterns, and I pretty much make the same things all the time. Every once in a while I'll make something new. By the way, I'll show you this real quick. Don't go away. I got lots more to show. Christmas scroll saw patterns. Very cool book. And yeah, a couple of my favorites I actually gave away, but I still have a lot of the patterns. So I made 3 patterns here. So you all seen the other day that I made the prototype of the bottle opener, and that one is this size, and I'm calling it a fridge magnet one because it's a refrigerator magnet, it's a coaster, it's a bottle opener, and I have scripture on it, and what else was it? A paperweight, and yeah, a bunch of things. So I'm gonna make them that size. I'm just cutting the kind of the templates to have, and then I'm gonna have a pocket one. The pocket one's gonna be about this size. It's gonna be pretty cool. That one you can have in your pocket. Actually, the other one you could too, but that's a little bit more pocket friendly. And then this is a design I made. I'm gonna do this for a little key fob you can have in a keychain. I think Rudy liked that one. You like that one, don't you? Anyway, and then one with a little bit bigger, kind of, you've probably seen these kind with a handle, you know. So yeah, that's 4 designs of bottle openers I'm going to make. I'm going to probably make the most of the refrigerator magnet one and the pocket one. And then my friend Robert, hey Robert, thanks again. He's going to put scripture on them for me, the Philippians 4:13. I just think that, I don't know. I want it to be more about the scripture than the bottle opener even. You know, just a little reminder. Speaking of inspiration, inspirational scroll saw projects. John Nelson is one of the bigger writers of a lot of these books. Tom Zieg is big too. You know, there's a bunch of them that do a lot of different books. But yeah, this one had really cool, really detailed designs in there. I don't think I've ever done anything in that book because it's so detailed. I've done some simpler ones. I do pretty much simple things, you know. I'm a simple guy, y'all. I'm a simple guy living a simple life. Pretty much. Sometimes it gets complicated, but anyway, scroll saw art puzzles. These are kind of, yeah, like puzzles, kind of like, well, there's intarsia, and then there's segmentation, and then there's puzzles like this too. They're all kind of different kinds of puzzle things. I guess you could say that. A couple other examples. I mean, they're puzzles, but they stand up, and they're like toys. You could actually play with them, and they move around and different things, and yeah. All kinds of different puzzles you can make with your scroll saw. It's one of the best things, one of the funnest things you can do with a scroll saw is make puzzles. Super simple scroll saw clocks. Another John Nelson one. He's done a lot of books, lots of great patterns. Super cool ones. It's just neat, because when having different books like this in magazines and patterns, you can always find something. You want a horse, you want a butterfly, you want a toaster. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to make a wood toaster, but you never know. I mean, you don't want a wood toaster to catch on fire. I mean, you put your toast in there, it's wood, it's going to catch on fire because it's wood, but you know what I mean. Just kind of shape of a toaster. To have a lot of options, a lot of different designs, a lot of patterns, because then you can just go to your pile, your catalog, your whatever. 99. Why do they 99? Why do they make it 100? That bugs me. I'm a little OCD. Let's make it 100. One more, it's all it would have taken. 99 silhouette patterns for the scroll saw. Easy to make versatile designs for practical and decorative animal projects. All kinds of cool. They're little stand-up scenes, silhouettes. Ooh, butterfly. No, it's not a butterfly. That's a hummingbird. Butterfly. One of them birds. One of them bugs. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I haven't made anything in here, I don't think, but they're really cool. Custom wood boxes for the scroll saw. Diana Thompson. Innovative techniques and complete plans for 31 projects. 31. Why don't they just make it 30? What's up? What's the deal? Come on, y'all. No. Look at that. So look at the Bible one. It's a Bible box, and I think it's big enough to hold the Bible. That is so cool. I mean, really unique, detailed boxes. I'm telling you, y'all. And this one is really cool. This is another one this is by Judy Gale Roberts. She's really good at intarsia. I think she might have even started the whole intarsia thing. I don't know. Scroll saw fretwork patterns. Fine line designs, and this is a Christmas one. And there's something really cool about these. They're very detailed, okay? And it's not just that the project's detailed, it's that the patterns are detailed. Look at the details here. Look at how fine the lines are. So, the idea behind that, if you use a line, let's say you use a marker to make your patterns, well, where's your blade going to go? In the middle of the line, on the inside of the line, on the outside of the line? There's a lot of variation if your pattern lines are so fat. That's why the thin line designs are kind of getting to be a bigger thing. And they're more detailed. You can just follow the line. The line is the width of the scroll saw blade, so it's easier. Because if you have big fat lines, it's hard to follow. But really cool patterns. I think I've actually done the Merry Christmas. That's another thing I challenge you all to do. Step outside of your box or your boat, or no, you get out of your boat and walk on water. But that's, yeah, no, but just try to, expand your horizons. I don't know. Take a pattern and run with it, but make it unique. Make it you. Scroll saw mosaic, segmentation techniques and patterns for 30 brilliant scenes. Yes, an even number. Thank you. That's segmentation. Segmentation, you cut it out of one piece of wood. All different pieces, but it's out of one piece of wood, and then you paint each piece. Intarsia is where you use different pieces of wood, all different colors of wood, and then you put them together. And I'll show you. I got an Intarsia book. Well, where is it here? Let me see. I got an Intarsia book coming up here somewhere. There it is. Just so we can see the difference real quick here. Easy to make inlay wood projects. Intarsia. Complete Patterns and Techniques, 3rd edition. Judy Gale Roberts and Jerry Booher. You can see the difference. I've done the snowman, I've done loon, I've done a couple of intarsia. I want to do more intarsia. I really like intarsia because you can use all those tiny little pieces, and you use different kinds of wood, and then you just put a clear coat on it, and it's just all the different colors, and it's beautiful. I love intarsia. I'm getting a pile of books. I got to pick all these up too. I'm done. Scroll Saw Holiday Patterns. Patrick and Patricia Spielman. They're really big on scroll saw books too and patterns. Really cool. All kinds of, all different holidays. There's Christmas, of course, but there's all different things, crosses and hearts and different things. Really cool. I want to keep this a short video, y'all. I'm going to do it. We're going to stay under 20 minutes. Yeah, right. Under 30, okay? Keep it under 30. Making wooden baskets on your scroll saw. John Nelson and William Goodman. These are really cool. It's all you do is cut different layers, y'all. And then you glue them up to make baskets. Very cool. I've made some different ones. I have a couple of patterns that I just trace because I like this. I like a round one and a square one and an oval one. Very cool. Scroll Saw Military Designs. Patterns for all the branches of the U.S. military. By Mike and Vicki Lewis. They're really big on making patterns too. And thank you all for your service if you served or you are serving in any of the armed forces or any first responders, any of that kind of thing. These are really, really cool. That's a little too detailed for me, but I know people that make these and they're really pretty. Really cool, and they can be customized and everything. Very cool book. Great patterns. Scroll Saw Pictures, an illustrated guide to creating scroll saw art, over 70 patterns. Frank Guy. Yeah, that guy, the Frank guy. Frank did it. This is Frank's book. Hey, there he is. He's on the back of the book. I'm pretty sure that's Frank. I mean, I don't know. I've never met him, but, you know, they're basically silhouette scenes that you can frame. I've done a few of those. I do Jesus portraits. I have a couple here that I'm working on. But you can do any kind of scene. Just really cool. Yeah. Scroll Saw portrait. Another one, Making Wooden Baskets on Your Scroll Saw. John Nelson and William Goodman, 2nd edition. Is this the same book? I don't know. A lot of the same ones, but really cool. I just like those baskets. I in the past, I've done a lot of baskets and bowls and different things like that. Okay, now we're down to magazines. Okay, we're going to be done soon here, but I know you're enjoying it. Let's give you some ideas, you know. Wood magazine, probably the first, well, I think I got this before any other magazines and any other books. Lots of different things in there, all different kinds of projects. It's not specifically anything, really. It's all different things. But Judy Gale Roberts was right on the front. And, yeah, you can see some of the amazing things she's done. Yeah, this intarsia stuff. This is an older one. Gosh, 1988. Nice. Boy. What are they? It's funny to look at the ads and commercials in these older ones. But, yeah, kind of cool. Wood magazine. I had that subscription for years. Now here's some other ones. I used to pick up now and then. I really don't anymore, but they're out there and they got some good things. Some of them talk more about tools than wood projects, but some are more wood. Some are a variety. Popular Woodworking, another good magazine. Go through these kind of quick. Woodworker's Journal. Guy fishing on there. What does that have to do with woodworking? Oh, I bet he made the rod or the lures or something. Or build your own fly rod. Yeah. Cool. American Woodworker. I always wanted to make that ball. It's a wiffle ball made out of wood. American Woodworker. That one's a good one too. Today's Woodworker. And I like this one. And I think I have the first couple of issues. But it's made by Rockler Company. The Rockler Woodworking. It used to be the Woodworker store. Now it's Rockler. They're actually based here in Minnesota. Pretty cool. I like Rockler. But they actually made this magazine, Today's Woodworker. I don't know if they still do. I don't know. There's a couple of other fancier ones that I didn't really get into too much, but I have a couple of them. Woodsmith Protective Cover Wrap. Oh, that's the protective cover wrap. Okay. Wow. Fancy. I actually had a protective thing on it. But yeah, see, here's so I guess it comes in the mail like this, you know, and you're, oh, that's nice. And, oh, behind the cover wrap. It's pretty much the same picture, isn't it? Anywho, yeah, there's that one. Woodcraft Magazine. And that is, what's his name? Sam Malouf. Yeah, he's like a master woodworker, finisher guy thing. Yeah. Yeah. I just seen his, where was I? Tennessee or Kentucky, and there's a street named after him, I think. Family Handyman. This is kind of fun to read. This is more home improvement. All kinds of really cool ideas for just fixing things and building things around your home. Cool magazine. This isn't really woodworking, but we used to get it years ago. Crafts and things. It's more of a craft magazine, but they do almost every issue has some kind of woodworking thing in there. Plus they have other patterns. Maybe it's sewing or plastic canvas or painting, and you can use those patterns for woodworking. And that's the thing, y'all. Think outside the box. You know, comic books and coloring books, and there's all different things that you can use for patterns for woodworking. This is kind of cool. I like this one. What year is this? 1980. It looks older than that, but 1980 was a while ago now. I grew up in the 80s, but it's been a while. Do-It-Yourself Professional Guidance Workbench Magazine. It's an old magazine. Yeah, you know it's old because look at, they're advertising cigarettes on the back. That's a nice truck, by the way. That's like an 80s Kenworth conventional. Pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I like the old ones. See projects in here that you haven't seen in many years, and you can make something that nobody else is making. Okay, now we're down to my favorites. This is the first Scroll Saw magazine I ever got. Creative Woodworks and Crafts, and they are no more. They're not around anymore, but I got a lot of the issues, and I think you can still buy back issues. Wonderful magazine, just fun to read. I always loved getting it in the mail. And the neat patterns and stuff, and I'm still going through my older ones and finding things that I want to make. A few years later, a new Scroll Saw magazine came out. I think it was 2000, something like that. Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts. Actually, I think it was Scroll Saw Workshop to start. But now it's Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts. Same kind of magazine, all kinds of really cool things, and it's cool, full color pictures, and they sometimes there's little stories with them, and talk about scroll sawing and different things, and give you ideas and stuff. Very cool. Those are my two favorites. My two favorite Scroll Saw magazines. Now a couple of other things here. This is one by the same company, Fox Chapel, I believe. Wood Carving Illustrated. This is fun to look at. Lots of cool ideas and the kind of how-to of carving. Because I got into spoon carving and whittling and all that. That's kind of fun. That's a cool magazine. A couple of little honorable mentions, whatever you want to call them. Wood Magazine made these patterns for a little while. I don't think there was a whole bunch of them, but well, this is volume 4 of number 6, issue 19. I don't like math. That's too much. Yeah, issue 19, volume 4, number 6. Anywho, Wood Magazine Super Scroll Saw Patterns. It's not really a magazine. It's just a fold-out pattern thing. You know, there's a whole bunch of patterns in here, and I don't remember, yeah, where it was. It must have been in where the magazines are and stuff. And but there's some cool patterns in here, and I've done a couple things on one of these. Actually, I think I made that award thing there. I think I made that. I'm not, you know what, this is just too much like a map. I'm not dealing with that right now. Okay, and then I found this another old one. 75 cents. Most magazines are $8 to $12 now. This is 75 cents. Moto Jig, 16 patterns. The Scroll Saw was kind of called the Moto Jig before it was a Scroll Saw. Published by Dremel. A little nostalgia there, y'all. Some of you were born a long time ago. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that old Scroll Saw. Look at that. A dad and a mom with the kids, and they're using one of the first ever Scroll Saws. A hobby family is a happy family. 1956? You gotta be kidding me. I didn't know it was that old. Yeah, that makes sense. There's some carbon paper in here. Very cool. I'm going to make some stuff out of that. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's about it. Oh, I had one more here, and I actually got this recently. Wood Handbook ID. Pretty cool. It doesn't have all the books in here of the world, but a lot of the main ones are in here. And it shows pictures, and even shows the trees. It talks about them. It tells all the different things about the wood, what they're good for, the hardness, and all that stuff. Very cool. Wood ID Handbook. That's a neat, fun to read books. And this one, quick little honorable mention here. This is a, I don't know, this was, I think, in our comic books, or not comic books, on our coloring books that the kids used to have. I don't know when we got it. I don't even know the year here. But it's just a ready-to-go U.S. outline maps of the United States. Reproducible outline maps of the 50 states for teaching, geography, maps, skills, history, and more. I might have got this when I was doing teaching stuff. But it's all the states. Perfect patterns for puzzles and different things about the states. So just to show you that, not a woodworking magazine per se, but you can use it for patterns. For that matter, you can go to Walmart and get a lake map. Go back into the fishing department, get a lake map book. Perfect. Just trace those maps of your local lakes, and you can make puzzles, and you can make artwork and different custom things for people and stuff. And yeah, there's all kinds of creative ways to find patterns, to make patterns, to use patterns for scroll sign and woodworking. And yeah, boy, that was a lot of rambling in 27 minutes. We're going to keep it under 27 minutes here. Anyway, I decided to share some of the books and magazines I have that have to do with woodworking to show you what's out there. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of these you can get discounted online, you know, now, and find them places. Look in thrift stores and garage sales and that stuff. Anyway, we're going to keep it under 27 minutes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And I hope you're all doing well. I pray you're all doing well, and God is blessing you. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video.